This week on What's Up, Dubai Health Authority issues healthy eating guidelines for Eid. Sports leaders come together at the Arab Sports Summit 2015. And on Celebrity Fit, CrossFit athlete Mahmoud Al Shalan shares his fitness routine. I'm Rachel Pather. Welcome to What's Up and wishing you a happy and healthy Eid. With the Eid celebrations underway, it's important to understand healthy eating guidelines as people go back to their normal eating habits. Here's Dr. Wafa Ayesh, Director of Clinical Nutrition for Dubai Health Authority, to give us some advice.
During the Eid, I know people go to so many houses. You know, it's a tradition thing to visit, and wherever you go, you have chocolate and cookies and cake, the dates things and nuts. Be patient, be nice, accept the gift from the people, but keep them aside. Eat one time. If they are so small, you can have them, but if they are big, take a bite and keep the rest with you. Don't reject, but don't eat all of them, because you will end up having a very bad pain in your stomach ache. You'll have a very bad abdomen pain, and you will end up with gaining in that few days after 1 month, if you are a healthy eater. 1 month healthy eating end up of sleeping in bed complaining about so much pain in your abdomen. It should be gradual, because you have given a space to your body for a long time, and then coming and bulk it. At that time, it will have a lot of colics, diarrhea, so many other very bad pain and gases, so many problems. So when you do it, you have to do it gradually, light, and you have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but small portions. After Ramadan, in winter, all the year you have to drink water, because actually water is the soldier, the hidden soldier, let's say, which regulates our body system. You have to drink water according to your weight. Your body weight multiplied by 35, you will get how much you need per day. In summer, where it's very hot, especially for people who travels from one place to another, for people who work outside, those water should be increased with minerals. I mean, there's some kind of drinks that have electrolytes increased, that one where you can go and have them, because we don't want anybody to end up in the hospital with sunstroke.
The long holiday weekend in celebration of Eid Al-Fitr is the perfect opportunity for families to go out and enjoy an active day out of the house. Here are just some ideas. Going to a water park is a great way not only to beat the heat, but also to have the whole family engage in the sport of swimming. Swimming is good for a person's cardiovascular health, burns a lot of calories, and is a very useful skill to have. Another idea is going to an indoor sports stadium, such as Dubai Sports World. Here you can exercise for free by using the running track, gym equipment, and ping pong tables. For a minimal cost, you can also use the different sports fields and courts for football, volleyball, basketball, and tennis. And lastly, if you have little kids with you, give them a treat by going to an entertainment theme park. There are several outdoor and indoor entertainment zones featuring attractions and a wide range of games. Rides, contests, shows, adventure-oriented activities, and more. These will surely keep everyone active for the entire day. When we come back, sports leaders come together at the Arab Sports Summit 2015. And we'll meet Emirati CrossFit athlete Mahmoud Al Shalan on Celebrity Fit. Welcome back to What's Up. I'm Rachel Pepper. Sports leaders from over 22 countries in the Middle East and Africa gathered in Dubai for the Arab Sports Management Summit 2015. The event served as a platform to discuss the opportunities, challenges and the future of sport in the region. The summit scheduled talks featuring decision makers and leaders from the sports industry to share their insights. Attendees that came from sports organising committees, government bodies, federations, sponsors, agencies and suppliers had the opportunity to hear from these industry leaders and witness success stories of hosting and managing sporting events.
When the number of sport events is increasing, it is a very important thing to look at the management aspect of these sport events, because we have the venues, we have the infrastructure, but it is also very important to talk about management, not only in terms of the athlete management but also the event management for these events.
Dubai has been hosting 400 events annually, and the growth of that demanded that Dubai becomes a destination for those type of sport. Dubai has been providing annual events, and those events are growing from the 400. The thing is, in sport events, if you provide the atmosphere itself, if you provide a chance to see everybody can do it, you will think of yourself can do it. When we are having professional and amateur means I can do it. So it's just a matter seeing those events, create the energy, create the awareness to do it. And the programs of sport and health is a combine. If you walk, you get healthy. If you exercise, you get healthy. It cures so many diseases.
"23-year-old Emirati Mahmoud Al Shalan made waves in the local fitness scene when he won the Emirates Fitness Championships in 2013. He then went on to become the first ever CrossFit athlete to be sponsored by Red Bull globally. Physique TV met up with Mahmoud to know more about his routine.
I started doing CrossFit 3 years ago as a hobby to stay fit, but eventually it started pulling me away from basketball. So I got hooked on it, and since then I started training CrossFit regularly every day. CrossFit's a little bit of like a method to getting fitter at any sport. I think it's a very good way to approach any sport as a base. There's a lot of challenges in the sport. Like it doesn't limit you to one thing or one different challenger in a way, but you're kind of touching different areas and different fields in the sport. So if you want to taste or be a weightlifter, you're kind of getting that taste in CrossFit. You want to be a gymnast, you're kind of doing the same stuff in CrossFit. I would love for people to be more aware of it in a way, not just by opening gyms and going to work out, but actually hosting different events and making a bigger awareness for the sport. A good friend of mine, his name was Morgan Carlson. He approached me at a gym, at my friend's gym, and he told me that he was interested in sponsorship. So for me, the reason why I took it on was because I wanted to kind of be more professional with the sport. So it was a good opportunity. For Rebel to approach me first and for them to state that, it meant something. It meant that they saw something in me. So it didn't put a lot of pressure on me, but it kind of gave me that motive to be more professional day in and day out. It felt good, but I still felt like I have a lot to prove. I'm still young. You kind of have to keep proving yourself, you know, it doesn't stop there. It's changed up a lot though in Ramadan because of the timings and we're fasting. So I normally have iftar, a very light iftar, so it would be funny to say, but I have Cerelac, like baby's food, because it's simple and it doesn't bloat me, so I have that with a protein shake. And then I train after Isha prayer, which is at 8:40, something like that. So I train at 9:15 or something. I probably do my program, so it will consist of like strength and then my metcons and everything. I'd finish in an hour and a half or so. But I keep it limited to one session a day in Ramadan. I don't train more than once in Ramadan. On other days though, I probably train two times a day. I stick to a healthy diet all year round. I don't eat much though, to be honest. I undereat, but probably grilled foods, grilled chicken, grilled fish and stuff like that. Vegetables, I like a lot of vegetables. I drink milk. Should always be hydrated, to be honest, in Ramadan. And you should take your vitamins. I take vitamins very seriously, from zinc, magnesium, all these things. Vitamin C is very vital. So as a healthy diet, just make healthy choices. You might not be the strongest guy, the fastest or whatever, but if you're persistent with your training in a way and you believe in yourself, I think that you can achieve whatever you can in your sport.
Watch this to know what's happening on your favourite shows this week on Physique TV.
And here are the highlights for this week. What's great about the show Good Chef, Bad Chef is how it showcases recipes from all over the world, with the help of its amazing hosts Zoe and Adrian. This Sunday, nutritionist Zoe is taking us on a trip to France. She's cooking a classic French recipe that she learned when she was still a student in the City of Lights. Let's go take a look at their kitchen to see what she'll cook. One thing for sure, not only will it be delicious, it will be healthy too.
I always like to use the more oily fishes like salmon. I find that they just hold their flavour really beautifully. But you could use other things if you wanted to. You could use trevella, you could use, your trouts and that. All of those would be fine as well. You just need a fish that is more of a meaty fish.
Snapper's a great one. There's plenty of snapper.
Snapper's fantastic. Oh, snapper's my favourite fish.
So I've got a good handful of salmon there.
Yep.
About the same amount of scallops. I'll put that on the board there. How's that?
That's perfect. And then the same again with the prawns.
Now, do you want me to take the shell off the
No,
prawns?
I like to leave the shell. I mean, it just adds to the rusticness. We don't want this to be too beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to put in all of the added herbs. Can you just cut me some fresh thyme? We've got some bay leaf, and I'm just going to pop those in with the orange zest.
Beautiful.
Do you want to put the saffron and the seafood?
Sure.
And I'm going to pop this water in as well. So look, it's all dependent on how much food that you're actually cooking or what the portion actually is. But somewhere around a litre, possibly a little bit more, is more than fine. And you can, if you want, look, classically French stews or provincial stews like a bouillabaisse, they would actually get all the shells and they'd render that down and they'd crush it all up. And that is amazing if you've got the time to do it. But water is still fine to use as well.
If I had mussels or clams or
All of it's
crayfish
fine.
tails, we could do anything.
I mean, French provincial food is all about whatever's sort of healthy and ready to go.
Love it.
Pop some
Pepper?
pepper in for me.
There we go. Nice coarsely ground black pepper on top there.
Perfect. So I'll pop the lid on. I am going to have some beautiful bread. It's going to be multigrain.
I'm glad you said that.
So we'll enjoy that in a second.
Watching brilliant presenters Tim and Adam on Red Bull Kleptomaniacs is always great TV for action sports fans. Here's a sneak peek of what they're up to next.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Gendel, because we've got an absolutely jam-packed action fest for you. Have a look at this.
Coming up, Abu Dhabi gets a taste of burning rubber in car park drift. Cross-country skiing visits Austria for Hoot and Rally. And young star Pedro Barros shows us some sick tricks in Bowlerama.
What a great lineup. For those who missed last week's episode, the winning clip of free-running pioneer Ryan Doyle will be shown again as a bonus.
The way I prepare my brain before I do something, I have to replay the situation over and over in my head until I get familiar with it. I have to pretend that I've already done it like 10 times, so that when it comes to me doing the jump, it's like, okay, I've already done this, I'm safe. I can do the simple movements in an artistic way. I'm just trying to create art, so doing a Webster over the water and slapping the water to see the...
All new episodes of MMA All Out are out. Rio and Ali are back with their no-holds-barred analysis of the latest One Championship event, Dynasty of Champions 2. Get a dose of MMA from Sunday through to Thursdays.
قتال فلسطين شوي رح يكون مختلف في هالمرة مع الموسم الجديد احنا عندنا بس نظرة عامليها احنا قبل هالمرات سلالة الأبطال الاثنين في الصين فيها كل مباراة راح تكون جولتين فقط. ليش؟ لأن راح يكون المقاتلين حيقاتلوا أكثر من مرة في هذه السلسلة وراح يصعدوا لو يفوزوا راح يصعدوا على النهائي فعندك نصف النهائي بالبداية وكمان في عندنا مباراة تكون يسموها أولترنت اللي يكون المقاتلين الاثنين واحد منهم مع أنه صعد للنهائي فاز وصعد للنهائي وما قدر يقاتل يجي واحد من الأولترنت فايت راح يكونوا موجودين.
Again, here are our top stories. Sports leaders come together at the Arab Sports Summit 2015. Dubai Health Authority issues healthy eating guidelines for Eid. And on Celebrity Fit, CrossFit athlete Mahmoud Al Shalan shares his Ramadan fitness routine. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or suggestions, connect with us on our social media pages. I'm Rachel Pether. Eid Mubarak, everyone.